Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome back to Shelf Talk, a local game store podcast right here in beautiful Dallas, Texas. Your friendly neighborhood game store, Common Ground Games. I am here once again with Jamison. Jamison, hello.
Hello. 2 weeks in a row, you gotten my name right.
Hooray. I deserve a medal or a raise. Go ahead and put that in the comments. Just kidding.
Maybe both. I don't know.
Maybe both. Who knows? Maybe people has listened up. Who knows? Who knows? But hello, yes, welcome back. We're here to talk about some new releases, updates around the store, and just to be able to sit down and chat with the wonderful Jamison. Jamison, what new releases do we have coming out this week?
So there's a bunch of different games coming out this week, but the two that really caught my eye are one that's already out on the shelf called Lost in the Woods. Lost in the Woods is a clever little game where you basically have a giant map. And it's quite cluttered. Think of like Where's Waldo style maps. And whoever is lost picks out a card and it tells them where they are. And they can only briefly describe where they are using certain phrases and words. And then everybody else has to try and figure out where that is in a certain amount of time. But they get a communication error, more or less. They have a card that tells them things they cannot say or ways that they must talk and things like that. Like maybe they can only mime it and that sort of thing. So it's just a quick little 15-minute, really fun game for the whole family kind of thing, and can get a little silly, especially if there's some drinks involved.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it kind of seems like a very well-themed version of like monikers or something like that, to where it's like as you're playing, like you have to stop certain types of communication and only communicate in one ways, like one way or another, and that always works really well, especially with like families or just a group of friends and you want something light. Like that's always really nice to have.
Yeah. The other one is coming out on Friday. That is tomorrow for me, but probably actually Friday when you're listening to this.
Spoiler alert, we record these in advance if we can.
Called Castle Nightingale. It's a game by Bruno Cathala. Those who play a lot of board games will recognize his name. He did things like Seven Wonders Duel and Shadows over Camelot and King Domino. You know, he's pretty famous in a lot of the different spaces, but this is a clever little two-player game where you are a samurai hunting down ninjas, and one player is the ninjas and the other is the samurai, and the ninjas are raiding the house that you slowly build out, trying to get away with treasures, while the samurai is trying to hunt the ninjas down.
Ooh.
And it's got some nice little acrylic pieces that go over things. It's really clever. So I'm looking forward to seeing how people respond to that game, because it is kind of a interesting little theme going on there.
Yeah, one thing that will sell me on a game is the theme. The other will be the pieces. And if there is just a silly little guy on the cover, I'm triple sold. I don't know if there's any silly little guys on this cover, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I might have to pick that one up myself.
Yeah, it'll be pretty neat. And hopefully we'll get a demo of it pretty soon here too.
Nice. And before we get into what's going around the store this weekend, I want to go ahead and jump to next weekend to let y'all know we have a new Star Wars Unlimited pre-release.
Yeah, the next set, A Lawless Time, pre-release signups are up, pre-orders are up for that. It's the beginning of the game's first set standard rotation as well, so it'll be pretty interesting to see how the game shifts after this set comes out.
As a Pokemon fan, every time around like April comes out, I always like wince a little bit because I have to say goodbye to so many cards. So now the Star Wars community, you're now starting to feel that pain. You get it. It's like, well, how am I going to do it without all these core cards? Well, that's the fun of the game, and that's the fun of a meta in a card game that really does keep it healthy is parity, and it's just trying new different strategies.
Yeah, you don't want to be stuck with the same cards forever, because what'll invariably happen is somebody goes, oh, this is the best deck, and it doesn't matter what they put out. There's usually like 2 cards in it that just end up being the dominant force in the meta, but when you have rotation, that lets you change that.
Absolutely. And this weekend, we have a very special event happening from Friday to Sunday for all of y'all. It is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pre-release weekend.
Yes, the next Magic the Gathering set is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm actually super excited about this. I mean, I'm old, and even I grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And so at this point, I don't think any generation my age or lower has not had a form of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as part of their childhood now.
Absolutely. I absolutely have a huge love for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, both like the movies, the TV show, the cartoons. Like even growing up, the local like car wash had a TMNT arcade cabinet.
Yeah.
So that was one of my first ever ones. And I actually got the pleasure of meeting Kevin Eastman, once the original creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and quite a lovely human, quite a lovely person. And I mean, who doesn't love pizza and some totally tubular turtles showing off their turtle power, right?
Yeah, so we always do a special pre-release on Friday night, where we have food and drinks and everything. And since the Turtles, a big theme behind the Turtles cartoon and everything was pizza, everybody knows that. So we went a little further, and it's not just pizza. We have Picone's Pizza from Denton coming down here, and they're going to be making up pies for everybody. So if you're in the Friday night pre-release, you get a small little pizza just for yourself for every person who's participating. That's just part of the cost of participating that night. And he'll have a couple different flavors, which honestly, when they said pepperoni and pickles, my first thought was ooh, and then I thought about how much I really love pickles and think that actually might be really good.
Absolutely. And let me tell you, not saying this because I'm on the clock, not saying this because, promoting this event is part of my job. I used to live in Denton when I first started working here at Common Ground Games. And I will tell you, part of the reason why I loved living in Denton was because I was in 5 minutes driving distance to Picone. Tony, the owner, he makes a wonderful smash burger. I love going there for like their Sunday sauce and everything. So I'm super hyped because I'm gonna have some of my favorite food in DFW. Period, like within walking distance from my desk. So that is something I'm super hyped for. If y'all want to sign up for the Shell of the Time pre-release with some pizza from Bacones, as well as many of our other pre-release events, as well as our two-headed giant event. Spots are still open. You can feel free to go to commongroundgames.com and go ahead and sign up through there.
Yeah. And if you haven't taken a look at the set yet, really give it a good look because this set is actually pretty awesome. The cards in it are ridiculous. There's a lot of cards that are just strictly better versions of older cards. The bonus sheets have some incredible reprints on them. The commander deck is a little absurd. So like it's a really cool looking set with a lot of fun little tricks here and there and little nifty things as Wizards of the Coast explored their own version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles universe for this set.
Absolutely. I mean, Robert and I made the video breaking down that Wooburg pre-con that they came out with this set, and I was like, is that Commander like too much for a new Magic player to pick up? And then my other thought is I want a binder full of that I believe it's Doubling Season, the comic book art where it's like black and white. Again, not a Magic player, but this and every set that comes out, I'm like, do I want to get into Magic? No, I spend too much on Pokemon. Do I want to get into Magic? No, I spend too much on D&D, and now I'm like, my work is great because I get paid a fair wage and I love it working here, but sometimes I'm like, I throw my money right back into it. It's a cycle, baby. It's a cycle, and we're rocking with it.
I mean, if you didn't notice too, they even have Eastman did 12 new pieces of art for the set.
Really?
Yeah, there's a subset of cards. If you look, they're in Eastman's black and white style that he specifically drew for the set with his little signature that has little doodles on it. So it's really cool.
I'm miming slapping my wallet on the table and then exhaustively handing it to Jamison right now. Well, on the note of Magic and D&D and all that other good stuff, we love playing games, don't we, Jamison?
Yeah, that's pretty much my main hobby.
It's pretty much it's how we feed our families. It's
Yeah,
how we play.
exactly.
It's like how we have fun. But what if I could tell you all out there that there's a way for you to play games and help kids in your local community that need your help? Because once again, it is that time of year. Common Ground Games is about to. We're about to launch our next Extra Life event.
Yeah, so I believe it was 2017. Trouty, who those of you who are longtime Magic players here know him quite well. He is a local judge. He's judged many things here, one of the higher level judges in the area. He came to us and was like, hey, I want to do this Extra Life event. And he had this really clever idea for a rare redraft. But rather than doing it where it's, oh, like, we're going to get a whole bunch of these good rares and actually, like, make these really powerful things. He was like, what about a reject rare draft? So he literally had everybody just donating any card that they wanted to that is rare, so that we could make Magic draft packs out of them. And we created this whole system of letting people donate cards that actually have some value to beef it up, and we give out prizes, because all of this is going to a charity at the end of the day. All the entry fees go to the charity and everything, and we give away some really cool prizes. Like, are already planning on setting aside a box of the collector boosters for The Hobbit that comes out this summer, and the top 8 donators to the Magic draft will actually get to play in a collector booster draft for that.
And this is something just really great too, because I remember last year when we had Extra Life and you told me, hey, we're going to do a collector booster draft for the top 8 players of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
So it's really a very enticing offer, and also you can feel good doing it. Like, there's plenty of hospitals even down the road from the shop here who benefit whenever you give to Extra Life, benefiting the Children's Miracle Network. And also on top of that, if you're not a Magic player, we have other stuff for you too. Curtis and all of our D&D and TTRPG friends throw a fantastic epic. Last year they did $1 re-rolls. So, like, let's say you roll a check and you fail, you can just re-roll and donate $1 to Extra Life, and that was a huge driver for us for our donations as well. Like, that was when Curtis told me the number they got just from that sole event. I was like, oh my gosh, this is insane.
Yeah, it kind of warms my heart a little bit to think about how bad some of y'all are at rolling dice. That night it felt like the dice were weighted bad or something. I don't know, like, maybe we've cocked the tables. I don't know. It was like,
you told me to take 1/8 of an inch off the left side of each one.
Yeah, it was a very strange thing to see, but it works out really well. We also do a painting contest, and we try and get some of the like Monument, they donate some stuff for prizes and things like that. So there's a lot of little different things to do, and like I said, at the end of the day, these are some of our most well-attended events. Like, the Magic event always sells out. Even when we've increased seating for it, it still sells out. It is one of the most fun things you can do, because you are going to be drafting and playing with cards that you don't normally give a second look to. But in this environment, you're like, oh, this actually works. And it's so much fun.
Yeah, and then also, so the incentives for actually that top 8 donation where you do get that collector booster draft, that is for singular cards. Anything really above $10 is really the threshold that we want. And you get some really fun stuff. Like, you get some really fun stuff in these packs, stuff that you wouldn't imagine would be in these packs. Yeah. Because we have that driver of the collector booster draft. People are more encouraged, like, oh, well, I have these, like, really meaty cards that, like, are just sitting in my trade binder. Let me go donate them for Extra Life, and then next thing you know, you're playing in a collector booster draft of The Hobbit this summer.
Yeah, and it's not just the top 8. Whoever actually donates the most, we usually give a prize to. We have some ideas for that, but I don't want to announce that yet. Until we've finalized that. And the cards that end up in the draft, I mean, we've had foreign black border dual lands. For those of you who know, those are ridiculously priced. We've had masterpieces show up in there. There's cards like, we've had to have people some of the younger participants have to be corrected on what they draft, because the card is so good, but it's so old they had no idea. And luckily everybody's here just to have fun, so they're actually looking out for the younger kids, which is really great. It's just a really fun day, and it's really wacky, and it leads to a lot of very interesting Magic playing.
Absolutely. And we're going to be accepting donations for that right after TMNT weekend. So if you're at home, in your car, at your job, chilling in the tub listening to us, whatever that might be, here's how you can get involved with our Extra Life event. Number 1, join us for one of the events, the not so reject rare draft. My speech impediment loves coming out whenever we're recording podcast episodes. Sign up for the D&D Epic and take a look at our painting contest and any other events that we might have for Extra Life. And number 2 is going to be to donate your funds during the D&D rerolls. Come in and donate your rares. Donate your rares so you can be a part of that wonderful collector booster draft. Come by the shop. Honestly, if you come in and just come to us and talk to us at the shop and say, hey, I want to get involved in Extra Life, but I'm not necessarily a Magic person or a D&D person or a painter, we will help you. We will help point you in the right direction, get you with someone to really see how we could help. One thing about this community and one of the things I love about working here is that when we come together, and this is that one of those for sure times a year where you just get to see what amazing work a local game store can do for a community. So I'm super excited for Extra Life this year. I hope all of you are too. Please join us in celebrating that and be on the lookout for any new things that we're announcing for it.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be so much fun. Well, Jamison, you're a very busy man with your hip hop concerts and such. I am going to we're going to take a quick break, and then I'm bringing in our inventory manager, Becca, and we are going to talk about our wonderful free demo wall, because if you've been around the shop, there have been some changes to it, and we wanted to let y'all know what's going on with the demo wall, why we maybe did a little bit of renovation on it, and to see how it's improved for you to come in and try some games before you buy them.
Absolutely.
So we'll see y'all here in a bit. Alrighty, everyone, we are back to Shelf Talk, the Common Ground Games local game store podcast. I'm here with a unsung, I don't know words, but one of the people who really helps the store tick and function, and that is our inventory manager, Becca. Becca, hello, and thank you for coming on the podcast today.
Hey, Grant, thanks for having me come in.
So, if y'all have been around the store, you know about our wonderful free demo wall. You know, you come in, you can just play in our play space, use some of our demo games, try something before you buy it, or even just come and hang out. But earlier, a few weeks ago, we actually had the demo wall shut down, and many people were wondering why we had it shut down. And Becca came to everyone in the store with this great idea to make it easier to find games, easier to find the games that you're looking for on the demo wall, and help keep that area a little bit more organized. So Becca, my main question to you is, well, first of all, maybe you can go into a little bit more detail here for me. What is our demo wall, and why did you see fit for us to do some changes to it?
Yeah, so our demo wall is, like you said, a free space so people can come in and try the games before they buy them. Or if they just want to make a day out of it, they can come in with their friends, bring some drinks, bring some food, and just have a good time playing those games for free. And then if they so desire, they can go find most of those games in our inventory and purchase them from the sales floor. Really, it's just a way for us to give you a chance to really get to know if you even want the game before you have to commit to buying a $100 game or something like that.
Awesome. And so what changes were made? Because if you walk in, the demo wall looks beautiful, by the way. But there's some stickers on the board games. There's a different system for using the demo games. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what led you to want to make those changes?
Yeah, of course. So we actually got our inspiration from a different board game store. I believe it was in Las Vegas. But they had a system in which they organized all their games and cataloged them so that way people knew what they were looking at, what they had before they even had to come in. And then the way we cataloged them is we put stickers with different shapes or numbers and letters on them, so that way we know where we need to store them, and hopefully if someone comes in looking for a specific game, say they want a root, we could come in, look at our spreadsheet and say, oh yeah, we know exactly where that is, take you right to it, instead of spending the 10-20 minutes that we were having to spend looking for a particular game. And then we also designed a cart system where you just put it back on the cart and we will put it back on the wall for you, so you don't even have to remember where you got it from or figure out our system of organizing. We do it all for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, we just have such a vast library of titles where I can see someone coming in and how it was organized before. Not that there was anything wrong with it, but being a bit intimidated with just bookshelves and bookshelves of games. And now with the new system that you have, A, it's going to be easier to find the games that you're going to want to try and play because it's so neatly organized. And B, it's not as daunting because there's a system to it. I don't have to just go through shelves and shelves of games in order to play what I'm looking for, or play what I want. So Becca, who should come by the store and play a little bit on the demo wall for absolutely free?
Oh yeah, anyone should be able to come by and come play games, hang out. Like Grant said, it's absolutely free, so it's just a good time. It's easier. We're working on getting it so that way the list is online, so you could even look before you come in to see if we have any games that you want to try. So that way you don't make the trip looking for one specific game. Turns out we don't have it on the wall, and then you spend your time driving here. Although we would love for you to come in and still play a game, even if it's not the one you were bullseyeing for, but that definitely gives us an edge, so that way you know what you're doing. You don't have to waste your time. You don't have to spend gas money and all that if we don't have the game you want. But you can go through and say, oh, those games look interesting instead. Let me go in and play those. And then when you get here, we will be able to help you immediately figure out where the game is, get it off the shelf for you, so that way you can go ahead, sit down and play it without having to waste your time looking for it like we used to have to do when things were just kind of all over the place.
Absolutely. So, we encourage you, come on down, try the board game demo wall. Give it a try. Try some titles that you don't know you would like. Try something that looks a little different, a little scary, a little crunchy. Becca, thank you so much for making time to come to talk to us here. And let me tell y'all, Becca is like the method behind the madness of this store. Chances are, if I ask you anything, you know precisely where it is in the store, and the store would not hum without you. So if y'all see Becca, tell her what's up. Tell her thank you for everything that she's doing. Thank you, Becca, for making the time and for just doing everything that you do, homie.
Of course, Grant. It's been great talking to you.
Absolutely. Well, thank y'all so much for watching Shelf Talk. Thank you so much for listening to Shelf Talk this week. And we will hit y'all next Friday. Y'all have a great one. Remember, TMNT this weekend. Come on down. Y'all stay safe out there.